Hi, you ready for another lesson? For this lesson, we need the Scholastic Let's Find Out Busy, Buzzy Bees. And we need a crayon. Remember, I like crayons because it gives us that nice resistance. And to have a little bit of fun afterwards, if you've got some honey. I used a glass jar. You could use just a regular glass and a spoon so you can do some mixing. And then I used a baster, but you could also use a dropper for your ear, a nose aspirator, anything that you can kind of suck up water and squirt it back out. And a tray for ice. Okay. Alternative might be like a line of small cups or something like that. All right, so let's get started. It's called Busy Buzzy Bees. What keeps bees so busy? Well, let's find out. Let me share my screen and let's go to Scholastic Let's Find Out and see their video.
Bees. It's a warm spring day, and a loud buzzing noise is coming from the yard. Is it a lawnmower? No, it's a colony of bees. A colony is a large group of bees that live together. There can be as many as 80,000 bees in a colony. All the bees cooperate to make the colony work. Different bees have different jobs to do. The queen is bigger than all the other bees. Her job is to lay all the eggs for the colony. Other bees bring her food and take care of her. The other bees have important jobs too. The drones are male bees. They are the fathers. And the worker bees are female. They have many jobs. They build the hive where the whole colony lives. They also protect the hive by using their sharp stingers to attack enemies who get too close. Some worker bees are nurse bees. Bee eggs hatch into larvae, which are young bees. The nurse bees feed and take care of the larvae. But that's not all workers do. Some worker bees get food for the hive. They fly to flowers and collect pollen. Pollen is dust made inside flowers. They also get nectar, which is the sweet liquid inside flowers. The bees store the nectar in a pouch called a honey stomach. The workers fly back to the hive with the pollen and nectar. The bees in the hive eat the pollen, and the workers spit the nectar into the cells of the hive. Other worker bees fan their wings over the cells, blowing air onto the nectar. Over time, the nectar changes from a thin liquid into a thicker honey. Nurse bees feed some of the honey to the larvae, but they save a lot of it. The bees cover each honey-filled cell with a wax cap to protect it. In winter, it's too cold to go out looking for food. So the bees stay warm in the hive and eat honey all winter long. You can enjoy the sweet honey from a beehive too. People called beekeepers take care of hives and collect extra honey the bees make. It takes hard work and cooperation, but honeybees make their hive a sweet place to live.
Boy, those bees were busy, weren't they? They were buzzing around everywhere. They were cooperating, she said. They were working together. So let's work together and read our magazine. Bees are busy. Bees are busy eating. They get food from flowers. Hey, do you remember our other lesson we were talking about plants and eating parts of plants? We got food from flowers too. We ate tomatoes and broccoli. Remember in the garden? We saw the flowers and it had turned into a zucchini and a summer squash. And it had turned into the tomato. And we saw cauliflower, but it hadn't grown yet. All right. Busy are bees flying. They fly home to their hive. Bees are busy working. They make honey together. That's where that word cooperation that she said came out. Bees are busy buzzing. The sound is their wings moving fast. Don't bug the busy bees, Bear. Did you know most bees won't sting if you don't bother them? You know, if a bee comes flying around you and you're like, oh, shoo, 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 you're kind of bothering them too. And they get scared and they sting you. But if you see a bee and you kind of stay still and you watch it, it buzzes off and does its job. Remember its job? It's got a lot of jobs. Collecting the nectar, collecting the pollen, feeding the baby larvae. So they're busy. All right, let's get moving. Move and learn. Let's buzz like busy bees. Buzz all around. Can you buzz all around in your wheelchair? Buzz, 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 buzz. We're gonna buzz all around. We're gonna buzz high. We're gonna buzz low. And we're gonna buzz fast. We're gonna buzz slow. And now, let's sit back. Good job. I hope you got to buzz all around in your wheelchair. All right, let's cooperate and work on our page, our last page. An insect is an animal with 3 body parts and 6 legs. Oh, I know my friends that like to count. They're going to like this part. Some insects have wings. A bee is an insect. So if we look at it, it has to have 3 body parts. 1, 2, 3, 3 body parts, and 6 legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's an insect. Count the legs on each critter below. If it's an insect, circle it. So Dana's, rather than using her crayon, because she's going to show you this lesson again later, I'm going to use my circle. Okay? We have a snail. Do you see any legs on the snail? No, it has 0 legs. It's not an insect. Here's a ladybug. Let's count its legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's got 3 body parts. 1, 2, 3. And it even has wings. They're tucked in. It's hard to see. So let's circle our ladybug. It's an insect. Here's a worm. Can we count the legs on the worm? There's no legs on a worm. It's not an insect. Here's a spider. And I'm covering up the other pictures so that we can get some nice visual right in. If you want to cover up, you could use a piece of paper or your hand so that we know that we're visually tracking right into what we're talking about on the page. Okay? So let's count our spider legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Wait, what did it tell us back at the top? An insect is an animal with 3 body parts and 6 legs. Well, this spider had 8, so it must not be an insect. We've got an ant down here. It's got 3 body parts, 1, 2, 3, and let's count those legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And again, you can do hand over hand to count or tapping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 legs. We said 3 body parts and 6 legs makes an insect. So we're going to circle it. Good job. Right in the middle of the page, we've got our crab. He's got 1 body part. Oh, excuse me. 1 body part. And let's count his legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What did it say about insects back up here? An insect is an animal with 3 body parts. Did our crab have 3 body parts? No. And 6 legs. Well, our crab had 10 legs. So, no, crab's not an insect. Let's take a look at our cricket. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I believe 1 body part. So I'm pretty sure that, again, cricket is not an insect. Let's go back to Scholastic and we'll see how well we did on our page. See if we know our insects. I'm not perfect all the time and I don't know if all of these are insects or not. But we know a bee is an insect. So let me share my screen with you. We're going to go over here to our page. And let's see. We said that snail had 0 legs. Yep. We were correct. It's not an insect. We had our ladybug. We thought it was an insect. Let's see. We were right. And we had our worm that didn't have any legs, so we thought it was not an insect. Let's see if we were right. Yep, we were right. It's not an insect. We had our spider with too many legs. Remember, it had 8 legs, and our insect has 6, and we said, no, it's not an insect. Let's see if we were right. Yep, we were right. We had our crab that had 1 body part. We thought that can't be an insect. Let's see if we were right. Yep, we were right. And we had our ant who had 1, 2, 3 body parts and 6 legs, and we thought it was an insect. Let's see if we were right. Here's the one that we weren't quite sure about. It looks like it's got 1 body part and 6 legs. So we said, no, it's not an insect. Oh, we were wrong. Actually, it has 3 body parts, so it is an insect. Here's our bonus. What insect is this? Can we label it? Do you remember? What's our magazine about? Is it about spiders, bees, or turtles? Yeah, bees. Let's write that word. Got my crayon. B, E, E. B. Hey, do you remember when we were talking about syllables and it told us to count the vowels? But it said, yeah, you gotta be tricky, and smart because you have to count the vowel sounds. We might count 2 E's, but they're working together, just like the B's work together. The 2 E's in the word are working together. They're cooperating to make one sound. B, one syllable. Good job, guys. Well, I thought we'd play a fun little game. So I've got some water in a jar. And like I said, you can use, and I've got honey. And I just thought it'd be nice to be able to let them taste the honey and use that sense. And they can smell the honey. It's really sweet. I'm going to put a little bit of honey in my water. If you don't have honey, you can use food coloring. It doesn't have to be yellow, but just, nectar is kind of a yellowish color. So that's why I said yellow. I'm just going to stir my honey. I think you can see, you see, it's turning yellow. It's a really light yellow. So I'm going to be a bee. I'm going to be a busy, busy bee. Busy, busy, busy bee, busy, busy bee. We are busy bees, busy, busy bee. I'm going to suck up my nectar. And I'm going to fly over to my hive. I'm using an ice tray for hives, or you could use just a little line of small cups for your hive. And I'm going to busy, busy, busy fly from my nectar over to my hive. And if we were in the classroom together, we'd all could take turns and cooperate. So maybe you can cooperate with whoever's in your home with you. You can take turns filling up the hive with our nectar. This is kind of a silly, fun game. Maybe you've got 2 trays and a couple of different people, and you want to have a contest to see who can be the fastest bees to fill up theirs. Or you just have people and you want to cooperate together. Well, I hope you enjoyed that lesson. So what did we talk about today? Did we talk about busy bees, busy plants, or busy turtles? What was our lesson about today? Busy bees, busy plants, or busy turtles? Good job. Yeah, it was about the busy bees. Buzz, buzz, buzz. See you later.